and welcome to episode 3 of Grow Labs. We are going to be doing the garden tonight, so that's going to be, I'm going to show you a lot about that in a few minutes, give you a little bit of a guided tour. A lot of painting has been going on, definitely changed, it's a lot cleaner, I do like it, double coats on everything, so that's perfect. We'll be getting some shelving in here very shortly, because I'm not going to wait around because I'm quite keen. So it looks absolutely splendid, I do love it. So what we're going to be doing tonight, I've had like a few minutes to have a little look around. We're going to be getting stuck into the garden, so let's have some fun with that. Let's just have a little tour of what I have got in store for this episode. I'm going to have 2 gardens, which I'm going to be growing probably some tomatoes and some salad. Probably do salad also in here, because I really want to do as much salad as possible, and probably some beetroots. So beetroot, salad, tomatoes and salad in here. I just want a large crop, to be honest. So we've got the lights going, so we've got the grow lights above. We've got some extra lights over here just to give us a little bit more brighter light, just to see what we're actually doing tonight. But I'm going to be coating out the gardens with some weed mat, just to hold all the substrate in the garden so it doesn't kind of fall out. We're going to be adding some vermiculite to the substrate just to get a little bit more drainage and to hold some moisture and just to open up. We've also got the fan here just for keeping the air circulated in here, because obviously this is quite a closed unit, so good ventilation, good air circulation is going to really benefit everything for just disease, so it's going to be prevent it, so that's what that's there for. So I've also got my composting scoop ready from Bergen & Ball, because we're going to be taking out the compost from the bags and putting it in, and it's going to be quite a messy job, so to be honest I'm going to be using this quite a bit. So we've got our watering can sorted out, nice little one from Bergen & Ball. So we've got our watering sorted out. We're actually going to be growing a variety of seeds, but I'm actually going to be trying out seed ball salad. I'm going to give these a go. Probably actually put these in one and just try these out. So we've got the seeds, and we've got a little temperature gauge back here just to see exactly what's going on with temperature and humidity. We're going to be putting glass on top to give it the whole kind of greenhouse effect on top, just to hold the moisture in and keep the humidity high. The grow lights are not going to be really of use at this point, because obviously the seeds haven't germinated yet, so they don't actually need it. But when they do, then we're going to be lowering the lights down to maximise on the light intensity, just obviously give them the best start possible. So that's really the trick. We're going to give it a go, and join me in a few minutes. I'm going to be using the old GoPro CHESTY tonight, just so you can see hands-on what's actually going to happen. So we'll give that a go. Why not? So here you go. This is just the first one that I've done. I've just kitted it out with the weed mat, you know, put it all in place, just so when I put the compost or the soil or the substrate inside, it won't fall out. So there's just before shot. So just to show you here, I'm going to do number 2. Just going to measure out what I kind of need with the weed mat here. Have to be too precise, but as long as it goes in nicely. There is no better way of doing this than just getting stuck in. Just another little tip as I'm actually building this layer up. This is the first base layer that's just gone in as I've poured it in straight from the bag. I'm probably going to give this a general soak or definitely a good water, just to get the moisture deep down inside the layers, just to start it off. So when I build up the next layers and I'll water that, obviously it's going to have a lot of good moisture within the whole area. So I'm not going to give it too much water because I don't want it to go through to the bench, but just to get an initial watering, just to start it all off, get it nice and wet. Then I'll put the next layer in. About watering, what I'm going to do for these two, I'm actually going to give them a pre-soak now and let them drain for about 10-15 minutes, just to get the water into the substrate or into the profile before I sow the seeds. I'm not going to water directly, sow and directly water, just because the seeds won't be touching the soil. They'll be sitting on that film of water and they won't actually have any contact with the soil. So I'm going to give them a little soak, let it drain through, and then I'll put the seeds on top so they're good contact with the soil, not sit on top of the water. Here you go. Right, I'm going to be sowing some salad seed balls in this one here, so they're quite easy. Take the tin off, get about 20 balls, little clay balls. If you've not seen these before, absolutely brilliant. Little clay balls, usually from 15 to maybe 30 seeds, depending on which tin you actually buy. But they're all wrapped in compost and chili powder to deter insects, and so they're all ready to write a little capsule to germinate. So let's just sow them straight into the soil. So we're just going to put them just gently on top, push them down slightly, and that's all you need to do. We're going to sow up maybe half of this bed with the salad seed balls. Thought in this tray we'd do some beetroot, so I've got some beetroot seeds here. This one straight on the surface there. Relatively larger seed than most. Not too bad. So usually the rule of thumb is the larger the seed, the deeper it goes into the soil. But these are tiny little seeds, so we're just going to just put these directly on top of the soil. We're going to make a nice little line just across the top. So you can actually. So I'm going to do a different salad mix in this side. Did seed balls in that one, but I'm actually going to just sow some seeds directly onto the soil here. Actually picked up this packet from Chelsea last year, so well done RHS. Thank you very much for that. We're going to sow these salad right now. Oh, this is a lot of seed. It's perfect. I'm actually going to be quite generous with this. I'm just going to kind of just gently scatter it. I'm going to kind of wild and rugged on this. I will probably thin these ones out because there's quite a lot of seed in this one. I actually want to do half salad and do half with some other seed, maybe do some tomatoes, but this is quite a lot of seed. Hopefully not all of them will germinate, but if they do I'll just thin them out. Just slightly press down just so they get some good contact. I'm going to go with the tomato money maker. Let's give this one a go. It's probably not going to be a lot of seed in this one as well. It doesn't feel like there's much seed in it. Yeah, much larger seed. Get quite a few out of this one actually. Be good. Wonderful. Yeah, that's a lot more seed. Alright, just a quick thing for one of my viewers. They did ask me about what lights I'm using and why I'm using them. I bought these on Amazon, like everyone else does, and for photosynthesis, plants really need the blue and the red spectrum for photosynthesis to happen. So that's why we've got the red and the blue going on here. With plant growth, it's usually from about 10 to 15,000 and up lumens for actual plant growth. Anything under 10,000, then plants will live, they will survive, but they won't really grow as such. But obviously these are quite high at the moment, so when they do germinate, then the best thing to do is to lower them to get that light intensity onto the plant leaves so they actually photosynthesize and grow. So that's the reason why we've got these lights, and that's why we use them. Hope that's some useful information for you. Thanks for joining me on my garden tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of vegetables coming, so that'll be good. I'll keep you up to date with that going on. Check us out for episode number 4, probably coming up soon. Then I'll be actually kitting out the garage, so I'll be actually putting up more shelving and actually start to put in all the different bits that I was talking about, all the GoPro stuff, all the gold leaf, all the Bergen and ball and all the seed balls, and making this more into kind of like a man cave. I've got a bit of an idea what I'm going to be doing with this wall actually now, and I'm going to be introducing some more plants into the little area as well to make it a little bit more exotic, who knows. But stay with us, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.